And what's good, everybody? Welcome in. Right now at halftime, or going into halftime between both of these teams, Duke versus Ohio State. And I'll be covering the second half for play-by-play tonight, as I covered the first game today. I covered NBA. It was crazy. Went down all the way to the wire. And the Nets won over the Knicks by 2, 112 to 110. But at halftime, Duke goes in. They lead 43 to 30. And then we'll get to action for the second half coming up in a little bit. What's good? Vegas, Warren, Lucas, glad to have you guys in the stream once again for tonight. Duke looking impressive. Wendell Moore Jr., 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Paulo Banchero, 10 points. He has got both of them the top 2 scorers so far going into half for Duke. Vaughn back into the stream. Welcome in, taking Duke in this one. Ohio State struggling right now, especially from their point guard, Jamari Wheeler. He's got 4 turnovers. Just 3 points so far for Wheeler and 1 assist. 9 points by Zed Key, the top scorer. And he has been one of the top players as far as Ohio State. They're strongly relying upon their front court, but it's been basically E.J. Liddell carrying this team. He's averaging over 22 points per game for Liddell, and tonight he's been held to 8 points at halftime. He's got 9 rebounds, but in order to get things going for Ohio State, they're going to need just more than just only one player in this type of game today. It's been a lot of crazy games. We'll update you guys. I'm going to go into the scoreboard, look and see what's going on throughout college hoops all throughout the night. But I was updating throughout the last one. That was crazy. It was Syracuse going into double OT against Indiana. And it was Syracuse who pulled out the victory. One that they needed for Syracuse, because they lost against Colgate last week. They needed this one, and they got it for Syracuse. Yeah, believe it or not, no wonder why. Right there for Vaughn, that he likes Duke. Big golf season coming up that they have. Lucas, glad to have you back in the stream, man. Yeah, Purdue is so dangerous. Such a deep team. Usually Florida State's like the deepest team in college basketball usually, but Florida State this season, more of like a rebuilding type of year, and Purdue just destroyed them earlier today. That final score, Syracuse won in double OT, 112-110 over Indiana. Hey, what's good? Cody, welcome to the stream. I'm actually... Yeah, Yeah, I actually don't know who Craig Thompson is. Feel free to let me know who he is. I actually don't know who he is. So this is one of 3 ACC Big Ten Challenge games going on. Let's see. So there was yesterday the wins by Iowa holding on against Virginia, then Illinois yesterday. 2 close games between Wake Forest and Northwestern. Wake Forest leads 55-53, and Rutgers is leading by 4 over Clemson, 50-46. Purdue destroyed Florida State 93-65. So Big Ten so far is 4-1. 2-5 games. Oh, Klay Thompson. Okay, Craig. I wasn't sure. So Klay Thompson. Yeah, so Klay Thompson is going to come back, I think, around early January. Klay Thompson is going to come back. Minnesota escaped with a victory over Pittsburgh on a putback with 2.4 seconds. So Minnesota won. Purdue. Syracuse is the lone win. and then the 2 yesterday. Okay, so yeah, it's 4-1. So 4-1 Big Ten through 5 games so far. Looking at Duke, though, this season, they're just such a balanced team. Everybody making contributions all throughout the lineup for Duke. So right now, they got 7 different players who have scored. 2 players, Wendell Moore, Paulo Banchero, in double figures. 7 points by Jeremy Roach. Trevor Keels with 5. 5 off the bench that they got with Joey Baker. I mean, everybody making an impact on the court so far for Duke. And for Ohio State, they've been basically reliant around one player with E.J. Liddell. Bradley, welcome back in. Ohio State went scoreless with no shots. Well, they did not make a single field goal in their last 2 minutes and 54 seconds for Ohio State. And Duke made their last 6 out of 8 shot attempts to go into halftime. A lot of fouls in that first half. 7 by Ohio State, 11 fouls. That's the thing that's stopping Duke right now. It's just the foul trouble. 3 by Banchero, and then 2 fouls each by Wendell Moore, Trevor Keels. Mark Williams has got 2. So he's only got 2 points in the block so far. Perfect 1-for-1. Tyler, welcome back in. He's got Duke tonight. Yeah, my prediction for this one was Duke. I was shocked to see the line was actually close. Duke was a 3-point favorite. And the over-under was 147.5. Yeah, I took Duke by 7 for my prediction, 78-71. Yeah, Clay's is supposed to come back next in January, I think. Like, after Christmas in January, I heard. Both are really good. I probably take college basketball more during the season, like during the months of February, March is where college basketball definitely heats up. So that's where I start to pay attention and start to stream a ton more college basketball than NBA, because the big games happen during that time. And for NBA, by that time, it's either like the playoff push, but some of the teams are already out of the playoffs. So by then, a lot of the spots have been just basically locked up for playoffs by the time they get into like March or so. And it's just playing based on seeding purposes, basically. That's what a lot of it's for. Yeah, so many upsets so far this season that we've got. I'm going to go for tomorrow's game. I'm going to go Louisville tomorrow. I was really impressed what they did. Mississippi State and Maryland. They got their victories over last week. Yeah, it's the upsets that make college basketball. NBA, it's been crazy comebacks, but like for college basketball, it's just unpredictable. The upsets that just make it happen. Totally for sure. There's nothing like March Madness. It's absolute like my best time of year. Yeah, they were ranked a couple weeks ago, and then they dropped out. Doesn't shock me to see that they're ranked again, though. I think that Baylor won the championship again. It's tough to repeat. Really difficult to repeat. I'm probably going to take somebody else, though. I've been impressed with what Baylor's done so far. Cody taking the Suns to make the finals. Yeah, a huge game. Let's see what we got going on that NBA game. Warriors leading the Suns 42-36. Suns on a 16-game winning streak. Yeah, so two really solid games tomorrow. They got two for Big Ten ACC Challenge. Louisville, Michigan State. That's the first game at 7:15. And then Michigan against UNC. That's the second one at 9:15. And I believe I'm going to have those two for you guys tomorrow, unless something comes up tomorrow. So right now we're just at halftime. Make sure to vote in the poll if you haven't already done so. I'm going to keep it up for a little bit. I usually put the poll down at halftime. I'll keep it up for a little bit more once we get into action for the second half. As far as other scores going on, college basketball, St. Louis looking to get their 7th victory of the season. They're up by 1 over Boise State, 67-66. That's a good game. Both of those teams pretty equal. Northwestern, they put two equal teams up against each other here. ACC Big Ten Challenge. Northwestern, Wake Forest tied up at 60. And then Clemson, Rutgers. Rutgers leading Clemson 55-50. I had predicted Clemson in that game. I thought that once you're more motivated after a loss from last year in the tournament, I thought that Clemson would be able to take this one, and I haven't been too high on Rutgers. Right out of the gate, they lost against UMass. So that's gonna hurt Clemson. That if they can't win that game for Clemson, that's tough. What's good, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you back in, man. Hope all is going well. Wow, Nevada having a lot of trouble with Pepperdine. Yeah, things going pretty good. Do I like my state? I mean, it's good. It's the cost of living, though, it's really expensive where I am. And then it's got crazy with inflation going up and up lately. It's nice, though. I really like the weather. It does get cold up here in the winter. But, of course, I'm from New England, so I'm used to it. But it's not, like, too hot in the summer. We have all 4 seasons over here, so it's not like scorching hot all year round. Yeah, that's tough for Clemson. Seven minutes left to go. Rutgers up by 5, 55-50. Yeah, the ACC is just... This is not a good start to the ACC. Yeah, no wonder why. ACC only has one team ranked. A lot of high hopes on Florida State, but it looks like they're more in a rebuild type of year this year for FSU. The only win is Syracuse, and they needed double overtime to do it today against Indiana. That's it for the ACC. It's 4-1 Big Ten. Joey, welcome to the stream again. Hope all is going well, man. Man, Tennessee beat down Presbyterian. Kennedy Chandler, he had 15.7 assists and 7 steals in the victory for Tennessee. Duke outscoring Ohio State 28-12 points in the paint, and that is a major problem for Ohio State because they lack a guard play on their team, and turnovers have been a struggle as well. Duke has got 5 steals, forcing 9 Buckeye turnovers, 4 of those by the point guard Jamari Wheeler. He's got more turnovers than points right now. As this game is at home for Ohio State, and they find themselves in a big hole, trailing down by 13 for a team that struggles with perimeter play. And Duke can put up a good amount of points. If you guys are new in the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks so much for watching as we get back into action. Second half about to begin right now. And a big thank you all who watched that Knicks against Nets game. That was crazy. Finish that it had. 2 game-winning free throws by James Johnson for Brooklyn. Ohio State red uniforms, white numbers, white letters. Duke in the black jerseys today. Blue letters, blue numbers, white outline as Ohio State right to left they go on the floor first. They hand it off to Malachi Branham, freshman guard. Jumper taken off the mark, no good by Branham. Defensive rebound picked up by Mark Williams. Only 1 rebound, 1 block. He got himself 2 points in the first half. Bounce pass underneath to get their big fella a touch. Williams puts it up, he gets fouled. So 2 coming up at the free throw line by Mark Williams, 20 seconds into the second. Oh, wow. Gee, hopefully they're able to get past that. Or no, it won't be a shooting foul. They're going to say tie-up possession hour, Duke ball, jumper, good. Wendell Moore having a fantastic season. Hits down to Jay at the right elbow. Moore's up to 12 points, the top scorer. This is a 3 by Ohio State. Too strong off the back rim. Missed shot by Liddell. Offensive rebound underneath, and they get themselves to the bucket. E.J. Liddell follows up his own shot and lays it up and in. Duke quick up the core. Mark Williams scores inside the post. So now he's up to 4. 1 minute through the second. Elflogs, welcome to the stream. Top of the key, Zedkey. Hands it off to Jamari Wheeler. 4 turnovers, bounce pass. At the right block, it's Zed Key. Key backs his way on the Williams. Spin move underneath and over the rim, scores on the Williams. Zed Key with 11, 18-30 left to play. Duke with a possession, crossover drive. Wendell Moore had a block, gets it back and scores up and in. Relentless by Wendell Moore Jr. over Justin Arns inside the post. Braden, welcome back. Buckeyes with the possession. Driving, Liddell floats it up and it gets blocked from the side and out of bounds. Mark Williams comes out with a big block. Second block of the game by Williams. Explosive big. Sophomore. 7-footer. 18:07 left to go in the second. Tied a career high. 6 blocks against Gonzaga on Friday. Floats it up over the top. Williams, get that out of there. Blocks another one and a shot clock violation results either way. This is just getting to be bully ball at this point. Oh my goodness. Are they going to give it? Oh, they will give it the bucket. No, so they will not say that it's blocked. That time it's a goaltend. They're not going to give it that time. Missed jumper by Duke. Buckeyes with a possession. Kyle Young inside the post. Hook shot missed. Williams comes out with a big, strong rebound. Moore back outside. 3 in the air. Off the mark, no good by Boncaro. Defensive rebound picked up by the Buckeyes with Kyle Young. 17.5 left to go in the second. They move it outside to Young. Young takes the 3. Hits it. That's good over Williams. Yeah, Santa's going to move closer for the next month. So I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to put up Santa closer into the streams now since December's coming up. Inside. Jeremy Roach gets it down the lane, scores. 9 points now for Roach. Under 17 minutes left to go in the second. Towards his right, Malachi Branham. Bounce pass top of the free throw circle. Liddell swings across court into the hands to Key. Key defended. Ooh, contact here. That's a foul by Duke. Number 3, that is Jeremy Roach on the outside. First personal foul picked up in the second half with around 17 minutes left to go. I'm going to release that poll because it's a long shot right there. Ohio State gets the inbound. Orange with just 1 point. He's missed 3 threes until that. Lets it rain. Justin Arns finally hits one. Starting to play with confidence. Drops down a triple 9-point game. 16:20 left to go. Lob it over the top. Mark Williams gets fouled from behind, and the clock will stop with 16:20. Yeah, sure does. Time certainly flies by. Yeah, not even close on that poll. What's good? Douglas Alberto, welcome in. Two shots to the line by Mark Williams at Duke. First one good. Puts up the Blue Devils by 10. Yeah, if you're thinking about moving down there, Vaughn, you should definitely try to find a SEC team to follow. Second free throw is good by Williams. Ohio State with the possession, and they turned it over. Turnover number 10, missing the mark of the pass intended for E.J. Liddell, a little bit too wide. That's on Justin Arns. Turnover's going to crush you the game every single time. 10 of those tonight by Ohio State. 16 minutes left to go. Duke with a possession. Ball poked into the backcourt. They pick it up, though, with Theo John. Now it's into the hands at the top of the key. They move it over to Keels. Keels to the right wing perimeter. Lobs it over to the right block. Backs his way. Boncaro inside the post. Puts it up. He gets blocked by Liddell. The ball's on the court, and it gets picked up by Ohio State. Branham, the one who has the ball. Bounce pass, right baseline, Kyle Young. Kyle Young outside. Arn shoots a 3. No good off the front rim. Rebounded by Boncaro. What's good, Malika? Welcome back in. Shabu, welcome on the stream. Underneath, no good. Missed the layup. Ball pinwheels around to the backcourt. It goes right back to Keels. Here he goes, attacks. Swings it outside. Open 3, launched by Duke. Hit the front rim twice, no good. And we have another whistle blown in the court. It's going to be on Theo John. Rebounding fall by Duke. And it looks like we're going to take a media timeout. 53-42, 15-15 left to go in the second as Duke leads by 11. All right, if you guys are new in the stream, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Yeah, I heard about that. Javier Baez now with Detroit. For Duke, they got 2 players double figures. Wendell Moore, 14 points leading scorer, 10 points by Paulo Banchero. Moore doing everything. He's got 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal. Mark Williams up to 6 now and 2 blocks, 4 rebounds. I took Duke in this one tonight. I had Duke by 7, 77-71. I was really shocked to see the line in this game as Duke favored it by 3. Unless they pull off a Kansas here against Dayton, this is looking like it's going to be Duke. Here's other games in college basketball. St. Louis, Boise State tied up at 73, final minute. Northwestern, Wake Forest went into overtime, 66-64, Northwestern leading Wake Forest. And then Rutgers pulling away over Clemson, 63-56 Rutgers with under 4 minutes left to go. Ron Harper Jr., 23 points. Creighton with a big victory against North Dakota State. Creighton will be 8-1 as they're leading in the final 5 minutes, 80-55. Not really much out of the ordinary today. Marquette crushing Jackson State. Marquette's going to be 7-1, 72-46. But right now, the Big Ten is 4-1 through the first 5 games against ACC opponents in the Big Ten ACC Challenge. So yesterday, Iowa narrowly escaping Virginia. Illinois beat Notre Dame by 10. And then today it was Purdue blew out Florida State. The only loss was Indiana, who lost against Syracuse in double overtime. And then Minnesota won with under 2 seconds, or around 2 seconds left to go. They beat Pitt with a putback. $11-point game, 15-15 left to go in the second. Ohio State will get the inbound. They're struggling with 10 turnovers. And by the way, that Warriors-Suns game is tied up at 53 with 2 minutes left to go before half. Ohio State takes it past the half-court logo. At the left wing perimeter, they turn the corner. Moves it outside into the hands of Jamari Wheeler. Passes left wing perimeter. Michi Johnson Jr. back out to the top to Kyle Young. Inside to Liddell. Liddell puts it up. It's way short, but a foul. And it's going to be assessed to Theo John. So it will result in 2 free throws coming up for E.J. Liddell. Game clock stops with 14:49 left to go. Yeah, you could live in 2 Souths there, Vaughn. The one that you've always dreamed of, or the one in the U.S. First shot by Liddell, no good. Missed the free throw. Yeah, pretty expensive to live in Boston. Second free throw off the back rim. The first one is definitely much cheaper. You'd have to get a really good degree to live in Boston, because I commute on weekends into Boston. The traffic isn't that bad, but I'm about an hour away where I'm from. As this ball gets stolen away by Duke, blocked from the side by Liddell, off of the shot by Moore, and the ball goes back to Ohio State. They move it out numbers on the break. Michi Johnson Jr. open 3, overshoots the rim at the left corner, and they touch it out of bounds. Last touch by Branham. 14-12 left to go. Duke's still up by 11. This has been a sloppy game as far as Ohio State. They have had opportunities. They just keep on turning it over. Both of these teams in a scoring drought of over 2 minutes. Approaching 14 minutes left to play. Top of the key, John lobs it too tall for Boncaro, but he was held up. And the Buckeyes commit a foul. Duke gets the inbound jumper at the left elbow off the back rim, no good. Tipped around and a rebounding foul called on Mark Williams. So he just picked up his third. They've got now Boncaro, Williams, and John all in foul trouble for Duke with 3 personal fouls each. Number 0, the Buckeyes, Meechie Johnson Jr. brings it up the court. Arns. They hand it off to Cedric Russell, a transfer from Louisiana. Bounce pass, left block at Zedkey. Key hook shot in the post off the back rim twice, no good. And a rebound to Mark Williams. 13.5 left to go in the second. Roach has the ball, slows it down, 20 in the shot clock, moves it out right wing perimeter Moore. Moore dumps it off top of the free throw circle. They hand it off to Moore, bounce pass left wing perimeter to the left corner. Pump fake, jumper, deep 2, no good off the back rim, missed by Boncaro. Defensive rebound picked up by Arns of Ohio State. Both of these teams in the scoring drought, approaching 13 minutes left to play. Top of the key. Liddell dumps it off into the key to Zedkey. Hook shot, good. That goes down for 2. Zedkey with 13, top scorer for the Buckeyes. Under 13 minutes left to go. Driving. Down the lane. Get that out of there. Liddell with a huge rejection. Here they go. Meechie Johnson Jr. swings a cross court. Open 3. Arns rolls around the rim and it goes in. Huge bounce to the Columbus rim right there at Value City Arena for Justin Arms. 53-47, 12:31 left remaining, and wow. Big time 3. It was off the block by Liddell as he just, absolutely denied Jeremy Roach with a ton of mustard on that. And this game is opened up now. Ohio State with an opportunity. Defensive type of matchup here. All right, so right now we're just on a timeout. A couple big defensive plays for Ohio State. They had numbers in transition, able to get a basket recently. 12:31 left to go, 53-47, which was once at one point double-digit Duke lead. Largest lead by 15 is now turned to 6. Yeah, I released the results. That was a rare moment right there. So I've released the results before Malika showed up for the second half. Rutgers is a minute and a half away from pulling out the victory over Clemson, 70-61. Northwestern, Wake Forest still in overtime with 2:11 left to go. 69-67, Northwestern leads. So things looking well for the Big Ten. Northwestern trying to hang on. Rutgers trying to hang on. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Kemba's no longer a starter. It's too bad. Alec Burks did really well today. He's been playing extremely well lately. Fourth quarter clutch. Yeah, that's a huge game tomorrow. If Texas Tech wins that one, they're most likely going to be ranked. If Providence wins that game, then they're going to work their way back up to receiving votes for Providence. So huge game there, definitely. No points by Duke scored in the last 3 minutes, 49 seconds. They are 0 for 7 with their last 7 shot attempts from the floor. Ohio State started 3 for 11 from 3-point range. They're now 6 for 16. At the left wing perimeter, Boncaro dumps it off to Mark Williams. Backs his way inside the post, defended by Zed Key. Tough shot. Williams no good off the mark. Defensive rebound picked up by the Buckeyes as they put together a big hold. 12-10 left to go. Ohio State down by 6, and they get the ball. Michi Johnson Jr. hands it off to Kyle Young to the left wing perimeter to the hands to Russell. Bounce pass, left baseline. Backs his way inside the Key at Zed Key. Turnaround jumper, left block, no good off the mark. Mark Williams with a defensive board for Duke. Jason, welcome in. Glad to have you back at the stream, man. 11:45 left to go. I would imagine you get the Buckeyes here for this one. Though, if Duke does win, it does help out Kentucky, because Duke's the only team to win against Kentucky. So it just keeps on making the strength of schedule stronger and stronger and stronger. We're going to take a timeout as Kyle Young got fouled. He's going to come up to the free throw line, shoot 2 after the break. 11:39 left to go. Looks like immediate timeout. Been a good, pretty solid game for Ohio State, just getting back into it. I thought the guard play would be much better for Ohio State. I thought that Cedric Russell would, be the man coming in for Ohio State this season, but he is nowhere to be found. That's why there really hasn't been much guard play out of their team so far this season. It's been all with Liddell. Tonight it's been Zed Key. And their defense is really lucky right here that they've been able to... The defense of Ohio State keeping them right into the game. Oh, that's Florida I'm taking right there. So that's tomorrow's matchup. It gets buried in with all the ACC Big Ten games. That's right. Florida plays against Oklahoma tomorrow. So they don't even put that one on national TV for Florida versus Oklahoma. Yet somehow they put Butler against Oklahoma next week on national TV. Butler won by 11 to a non-D1 school today. I'm taking Florida. Oklahoma's in a rebuilding type of season for them. Yeah, Duke's got 15 fouls as a team. Mark Williams they've got 3 players with 3 fouls each. Mark Williams, Paulo Boncaro, and Theo John. Welcome in, Cole, on the stream. Yeah, so they got 3 players with 3 fouls. Boncaro, Williams, and John. Then 3 players with 2 fouls. Wendell Moore, Jeremy Roach, and Trevor Keels. It's been a lot of fouls. It's been mostly first half fouls. And then Ohio State's got 2 fouls by 4 players. 4 of their starters. EJ, Liddell, Justin Arns, Jamari Wheeler, J.J. Liddell, Justin Arns, Jamari Wheeler, 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 Justin Arns, Jamari and Malachi Branham. Hey, have a nice night, Joey. Yo, with these falls, this game's gone by quite slower. Because I covered 2 games yesterday. It actually went by pretty fast. That Iowa-Virginia game didn't have many fouls. Went by... That whipped, like, right by. It went like an hour 50, I think. Because the other game started out at 9, and I had a chance to set up a couple minutes before the other stream had started. So back into action. Duke gonna head to the free throw line, shoot 2. With Paulo Banchero. First one is good. Banchero up to 11. Second free throw, knocks it through, is now got 12. Duke by 8. Ohio State has the ball. Butler won. They won today to a non-Division 1 school, but they won by 11. So they did win the game. That's a 3 off the back rim, no good. Defensive rebound picked up by Keels. 11:20 left to go. So Butler happened to win that game, but it wasn't by much. Keels bounce pass into the hands of Banchero, lobs it over the top, and that is an alley-oop throwdown. Mark Williams slips past the defense. Banchero with a vision. 10-point lead for Duke. 36 points in the paint by the Blue Devils, just 20 for Ohio State. Shovel the pass to the top, it's Kyle Young. Hands it off around the perimeter to Arns, swings it over to Cedric Russell. Hands it off to Michi Johnson Jr., lobs it inside to Liddell. Liddell backs his way, he's triple teamed. Duke trying to force a steal. Liddell, cross-court pass, open 3, takes it, makes it. That drops down for the triple. Cedric Russell. 3-point ball, he's got 6 off of 2-made threes. They're finally starting to get some guard production here. He's a transfer from Louisiana, averaged around 18 points per game last season. Jab step, pump fake, Banchero moves the ball over to Moore. Moore turns the corner into the key pump fake as he goes inside with the right hand, looking for the call, couldn't get one, and we do have a late whistle. And it's on Mark Williams. It's offensive here for the foul. I don't get that call. Over the back on the rebound, Moore wasn't fouled on the shot. Moore went down heavy. So no call on the shot attempt by Wendell Moore. Mark Williams got called on the rebound for the foul. So Mark Williams now with his 4th personal foul. We still got 10 minutes left to go. Ohio State down by 7. They got possession. Top of the key, Liddell. Hands it off to Russell. Russell drives, puts it too high off the glass. Defensive rebound picked up by Banchero. He's running the court. Banchero almost lost it, gets it back. Cross-court pass. Wide open, but they're going to slow it down. Had an open look with Trevor Keels. They put the ball now at the top. Keels has it top of the key. He dribbles, drives down the lane, floats one up off the glass, no good. Tip to the top of the key, offensive rebound, straightaway 3 off the front rim, no good. Rebound back to Ohio State. 3-point shot from deep. And bouncing around, no good, and an offensive foul over the top. E.J. Liddell just out of control, soaring high. Gets called on the foul. The ball goes back to Duke. I actually don't know myself on what the cheapest one is. I'm not sure if it's West Virginia or Arkansas or Alabama. I'm not sure if Mississippi is the top one. I believe minimum wage for Arkansas, though, is in the 11s for minimum wage, which New Hampshire is $7.25 for minimum wage, which is quite odd because the cost of living, New Hampshire split up in so many ways. That's a missed jumper to key by Joey Baker. Rebound Ohio State. It's, of course, cheaper the higher up you go, up in New Hampshire into the mountains, but on the seacoast, it's basically the same prices as Boston. basically the seacoast living of New Hampshire. So expensive over there. Top of the key, Ohio State has it. Attacks right down the lane. Kyle Young, he gets blocked at the rim again. This is an absolute bloodbath. They cannot score that possession. Duke has the ball. 8.5 left to go in the second. Crossover. Jumper. Deep 2, Boncaro off the front rim. Miss. Snagged in a defensive rebound by Branham for the Buckeyes. And we have a foul. It's on Duke. Clock will stop with 8:16. Yep, looks like Rutgers going to beat Clemson. So that was supposed to be Clemson's game to win for their revenge game for losing in the tournament. And yeah, this is not good at all for the ACC. I don't think they're getting past 5 bids into the tournament right now. Inbound for Ohio State, and they lose the handle immediately on the inbound, trying to dribble around the perimeter. Turnover is going to cost them the game. Buckeyes tonight with 12 total turnovers. 8 minutes left to go. Duke has possession. Wendell Moore, bounce pass into the hands of Boncaro. Dribbles outside, pump fake back out to the top to Moore. Moore swings it over to the left wing. Boncaro, he dribbles, drives, inside. Blocked from behind by Liddell, but it's a whistle. And it is, okay, it's going to be Zed Key, actually. Zed Key, 23, not 32. Zed Key picks up the blocking foul. So Paulo Boncaro will head to the free throw line coming up after the timeout. We're going to head to the timeout first. 7:50 left to go. Both of these teams, once again, on major scoring droughts. 3 minutes, 17 seconds of a scoring drought for Duke. 2 minutes, 43 seconds for Ohio State. This is an absolute bloodbath defensive battle. Hey, thanks so much, Warren. Appreciate it, man. This is a just huge defensive battle. Duke has made one shot out of the last 14 attempts. Duke was up by 15 points at one point, 7-point game, and their defense is just so tough. Ohio State hasn't shot the ball terrible, 43.5%. It's not like they're shooting in the 30s right now. The problem is they get 12 turnovers. They've got 7 threes, too. Those 7 threes has really helped them. Duke's only hit 3 threes. Yeah, for the ACC right now, Duke only guarantee for a tournament spot. North Carolina's played a tough schedule. I'll give them that for UNC. They're 4-2 right now. But it's going to be a race to see who in the world gets into the tournament. At this rate, they might not even get to 5 bids right now. It's all going to depend on who breaks out of this conference. Louisville looked pretty good last week. They're at 5-1. Chance to move the needle once again for the Cards tomorrow against Michigan State. I don't think anybody pictured Wake Forest and Georgia Tech to be at the top of the ACC tonight. Wake Forest winning over Northwestern in overtime, 77-73. Wake Forest. Wow. So the ACC gets their second victory. 4-2, 5-2 now. Rutgers just went final. They beat Clemson by 10, 74-64. Wake Forest with another opportunity coming up against Virginia Tech to keep it going. I don't think anybody had Wake Forest on their radar. Yeah, Duke, UNC, Louisville, and then basically it's up for grabs after that. Virginia has had a tough start. Virginia Tech has that loss against Xavier. Florida State's off to a rough start, squeaking out victories. There's probably going to be some teams with like 7, 8, 9 losses in the ACC, and they don't get in because they haven't put together the resume in non-conference play. I remember that with NC State 2 years ago. They went 9-9 in the conference. They finished with a record, I think, of 21-9. They didn't make it into the tournament. So they have played this easy non-conference schedule, just blew past everybody in the non-conference slate, and they went 500 in conference play. Both of the shots are good. 7:45 left remaining. 9-point game for Duke. Ohio State with the ball. It's Zedke. He gets the ball inside the post, puts it up, and no good. We do have a foul, though, from behind. It's going to be assessed to Theo John, and the clock will stop. First shot, no good. Missed the free throw by Key. Second free throw is good. Duke by 8 and with the basketball. 7:30 left to go. Top of the key. It is Wendell Moore. He moves it out to the right corner. 3 ball. That's good. Trevor Keels dials it up and hits it. Duke by 11. Trevor Keels up to 8. Ohio State. Wheeler passes top of the key. It's into the hands to Liddell. They dribble inside. Move it out to Wheeler. Wheeler passes. Left corner perimeter. Branham. Dumps it off underneath and gets the reverse layup to go down. Right baseline dribble for Duke. Wendell Moore swings it over. Top of the key. Pump fake. Driving down the lane. Boncaro high off the glass. Missed no good. Off the fingertips of John. Rolls around and Zed Key picks up the defensive rebound. 6.5 left remaining. 9-point game. Buckeyes ball. And away from the basketball, we're going to have a whistle blown again. Tons of whistles tonight. No, he's got it. He's got a U of L right there. So that's Louisville. This has just been a defensive slugfest. First shot good at the line by Zed Key. Ohio State's also in the bonus. So that's 8 fouls as a team by Duke in the second half. Second free throw good. Zed Key's got a career high 16. And Duke travels with it. Trevor Keels travels around the perimeter. Man, has this game really opened up to Ohio State to have a chance. 7-point game now. The fans getting into it. In Columbus. Buckeyes get the inbound. Jamari Wheeler dribbles past half court. Wheeler, bounce pass, left block, backs his way. Key, turn around, off the mark, no good. So many opportunities, picks up the rebound in the corner, puts it into the wrong hands though. Wendell Moore with the basketball, driving down the lane. Moore draws the foul. And it's on Branham. As this will be 2 shots coming up at the line, looks like by Moore. Unless they called it on a non-shooting foul. It might be. Yeah, they're not setting up at their free throw spots here. So it's going to be a non-shooting foul before the shot attempt. Inbounds, more passes. Right baseline, Mark Williams back into the game. He's out there with quite a bit of foul trouble. 4 fouls at the moment for Williams. And another foul. This time it's on the Buckeyes. Kyle Young. It's a hard take and a drive by Wendell Moore Jr. Drawing contact from Kyle Young. Moore will come to the free throw line, shoot 2. Yeah, how about in all sports besides baseball, Vanderbilt goes to the Sun Belt. First free throw, no good. Having a big third season for Wendell Moore Jr. Huge step up. Over 7 points per game as a freshman, over 9 points per game as a sophomore. This year he's scoring around 17. Second free throw, good. 8-point game with 5:35 left to go. They dump it off inside. Turnaround shot. Zed Key keeps on adding to it. That's 18, a new career high for Zed Key. 9 points each in the first and second halves. Duke with a possession, a right baseline dribble, attacks the lane and scores. Wendell Moore Jr. have a season. 17 for the top Duke score. 5 minutes left to go. Top of the key, it's Liddell. Slides it over left wing Russell. Russell back out to the top to Liddell. Moves it over into the hands to Arns. Arns defended at the top by Moore. They pass it right wing. Bounce pass Zed Key. Right block, turn around, hook shot. He gets it to go over Williams. Oh yeah, Vegas. Totally agree, man. San Francisco was put higher, I think, in Andy Katz's rankings than Colorado State. As we're going to take a timeout here. 4:49 left to go. Ohio State down by 6. They've been down by 6. They've been down by 8. That range throughout most of the second half. We'll see if they can cut into it, make it closer. 65-59. Duke leads. 4:49 remaining. Yeah, things getting interesting right now with this game. It's been a big, impactful type of defensive matchup today. A lot of fouls, though. A lot of whistles. If you're new on the stream, make sure to hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe. Top scorer tonight for Duke, Wendell Moore Jr. with 17 points. Paulo Banchera's got 14. And then E.J. Liddell's got a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. Though the top scorer is Zed Key with 20. It was a quick timeout. 30-second timeout. Wow, the Suns leading now over Golden State, 62-57. We're back to action. Duke with the possession, 4:35 left to go. Blue Devils have the ball. They move it out to the right corner. Keels dribbles into the key, puts one up, and he draws the foul. It's on Jamari Wheeler, blocking foul. 2 shots coming up by Keels. And first one he missed. I remember Colorado State last year, they were the team that were getting blown out against San Diego State. They were trailing, I think, like 32 to 7 in the first half, and they came back and won that game. They went on like a 34-2 run at one point or something like that. Ohio State almost turned it over. Liddell floats it up over the top for Key behind Williams and throws it down with a right-handed finish. Alley-oop opportunity works there for the Buckeyes. Or did it? Did it go up? It went off the rim, actually. Yeah, it went off the... Yeah, 61. That's correct. Yeah, they got 61. 66, 61. 3:50 left to go. Floater, no good off the mark. And it goes back to Ohio State. They have it once again. So 66 to 61. This game's getting really interesting. And there's 61 as it goes down. And Duke feeling the pressure right now with a 5-point game. Jamari Wheeler up to 7 points. 3:20 left to go and a timeout taken on the floor. Okay, so timeout taken here on the floor. 66-61. $3:20 left to go. Both of these teams in the bonus. 8 fouls picked by Duke, 7 by Ohio State. What's good, Behind the Arc fan? Welcome back to the stream, brother. It's been a great game tonight. Ohio State was trailing as many by 15 1 point in the first half. Yeah, I saw you crushing me in fantasy, man. Kennedy Chandler. I saw I had a monster game today. Recorded like 7 steals. It's crazy. They're hanging in there. They had a lot of turnovers in the first half, and they've started to clean it up lately. And this has just been it's been all defense. The Big Ten's owned the series lately against the ACC. ACC won in 2017, 11-3 in that series. Big Ten won the series 8-6 in 2019, 7-5 in 2020. Last year, Big Ten won the series 5-2, and yeah, so far, or no, Big Ten's winning the series right now, 5-2 currently. Last year was Big Ten 7-5. They won. That's a no there, Vaughn. Yeah, still have yet to get the SEC network where I am. So Iowa beat Virginia yesterday. It was 2-0 after yesterday in the Big Ten. Iowa and Illinois picking up victories, and then Syracuse was the first one today. They took Indiana into double overtime, and Syracuse won a game they desperately needed to win, and they pulled it out 112-110. Minnesota beat Pittsburgh with under 3 seconds left to play. Purdue destroyed Florida State. Rutgers won against Clemson, and Wake Forest beat Northwestern in overtime. So 2 games have gone into overtime as part of these Big Ten ACC Challenge games. It's 5-2 currently Big Ten. Wow. Yeah, that's right. That would have been something right there. Trey Jones, RJ Barrett, Zion, Marvin Bagley, Cam Reddish. And then Jason Tatum the season prior. Duke's just shooting 27% in the second half. Ohio State's defenses kept them in this game throughout all second half. And these fans are getting into it. Duke's just made the last 2 shots out of 10 that they've shot from the floor. 3:15 left to go. Back to action. 5-point game. Duke has the ball. Wendell Moore hands it off around the perimeter to Roach. Roach puts it to the top of the key to Banchero. Boncaro dribbles, moves to that left baseline, bounce pass over to the top again. It's Joey Baker, number 13. Moves it over to Keels, takes the three off the back rim, no good, and Ohio State comes out with a defensive rebound. Under 3 minutes left to play, Buckeyes down by 5, and they have the ball. They lob it over to Liddell. Liddell with a double-double, 10 points, 12 rebounds. It's now dribbled by Wheeler. At the left wing perimeter, Cedric Russell moves it out to the top, Liddell. Liddell drives, kick out, left corner. Russell takes a 3-point shot, and he connects. Oh my goodness, we have a 2-point game. Cedric Russell, hand in the face. They found their go-to guard of the future. 9 points. Perfect 3 for 3 from the perimeter. The top scorer last season for the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. Welcome to Columbus. 2:15 left to go. At the left wing perimeter, Duke with the ball. Roach, bounce pass left baseline, and an offensive foul on Boncaro, pushing off. Turnover, Duke, and Boncaro is in deep foul trouble with his 4th personal foul. Man, that would be something if Bryant somehow beats Houston. You can't bake on that happening, though. Boncaro with an elbow to Cedric Russell. Man, Russell just getting knocked out. 2:06 remaining. And the referees are taking a look at this call too. They're at the monitor looking at this elbow. So last call, Boncaro turnover. Offensive foul, 4th personal foul, and a heavy elbow swung into the face of Boncaro. So Boncaro picks up his 4th personal foul. Foul trouble numbers at the moment look like this for Duke. Boncaro and Mark Williams with 4 fouls. Theo John has fouled out. He's got 5 fouls. And then 3 fouls picked up by Jeremy Roach. And for Ohio State, 3 fouls picked up by Branham and Jamari Wheeler, both of their guards. Cedric Russell has come in, and he's got extended time, and this led to 3 3-point shots made. 2 minutes left to play. Buckeyes down by 2. Chance to take the lead or tie. Entry pass to Zed Key. Now has it at the right corner. Moves out to the top to Russell. Russell dribble drive inside. Attacks down the lane and a blocking foul. Contacted. That is Wendell Moore Jr. who commits the blocking foul. So that's going to be the 3rd foul assessed to Moore tonight. And it will result in 2 shots to the line by Russell. What's good, Ishmael? Welcome to the stream, man. What a game. Down by 15, and Ohio State has a chance to take the lead. 77% career shooter. Duke's offense has just gone stone cold. First shot good. You look at this game on paper, you would think that Duke would take this game today. One of the struggles at Duke is that they just don't... Second free throw just missed. No good rebound, Duke. But what Duke is missing is a sharpshooter. They don't have like a 3-point type of go-to player on their team. Like 40% plus from 3 that can constantly sink threes down. Driving down the lane. Kick out to the left wing. Extra pass. Left corner pump fake. That's where they could use a player like Justin Arns. 3-point shot miss. No good by Trevor Keels. And Duke is in panic mode. They're taking threes when they're up by 1 on a team that's basically their big Achilles heel is missing threes. 1:10 left to go. Ohio State down by 1. Chance to take the lead. This crowd would go wild if they do so. Liddell defended. Dribbles. And we have a whistle. And it's a foul picked up by Wendell Moore Jr. and E.J. Liddell will head to the free throw line. Shooting in the double bonus. Reach in by Liddell, and that's his 4th. 4 fouls each by 3 starters for Duke and their top 3 players, basically. Paulo Boncaro, Wendell Moore Jr., Mark Williams. That's awesome there. Congrats to you, Behind the Arc fan. That's incredible, man. E.J. Liddell, first free throw, hits it. 66 even, 103 left to go. What's good from Iowa? Welcome to the stream again, Ray. Hits the free throw and Ohio State takes the lead. Down by 15 at one point. First lead since the score is 15-13 in the first half. Duke with a possession. Down by 1, edge of the Buckeyes logo. 50 seconds left to go with the right wing perimeter. It's Keels. Moves the ball down the lane. Floats up the shot. No good. Tipped around. Offensive rebound. Williams puts it up off the rim. No good. And ripped away in the rebound by Cedric Russell for the Buckeyes. As the clock will stop with 41 seconds. They're going to call this a tie-up right here. What was it? Force ball tie-up between Duke and Ohio State. We're going to see who's got possession. 8-0 run by the Buckeyes last 3 minutes. It's possession arrow Ohio State. And Ohio State takes the timeout. 1 timeout remaining for the Buckeyes. 41 seconds left to go. 1 timeout remaining for Duke. And what was a 15-point lead at one point in this game has turned into a 1-point Buckeyes lead. Wow. Ohio State 8 for 20 from the perimeter. Cedric Russell. Welcome to Columbus. He's made 3 of those threes. Perfect 3 for 3 from the perimeter. Talk about upset city. I feel like this is like 2019 all over again, where number 1 just kept on losing week after week after week. We're probably going to have a new number 1 team now for like constantly, like multiple teams throughout the season at this rate. Whoever gets to number 1, they won't be feared as they'll lose the next week. Unbelievable game. Ohio State, 41 seconds left to play. They will get the inbound as Duke has 1 player who has fouled out. Theo John is out of this game with 5 fouls. Wendell Moore Jr., Paulo Banchero, top 2 scorers with 4 personal fouls, along with Mark Williams also with 4. 35 seconds left to go. Ohio State with the ball, bringing up the court, Jamari Wheeler. Wheeler, a transfer from Penn State, at the edge of the Buckeyes logo. He's defended by Roach. Wheeler. 12 on the shot clock, 22 seconds left to go. Gives it out to the right wing perimeter. Liddell dribbles. He has it at the left elbow. Jumper taken by Liddell. Hits it as the whole crowd explodes. E.J. Liddell, first team to 69's Ohio State. 12 seconds left to go. Duke. We'll see if they can send it into overtime. Keels, top of the key. Moves it over. Deep 3, Banchero. Off the back rim, no good. Ohio State with a defensive rebound. And a foul committed by Duke with 3 seconds left to go. Cedric Russell. Rebound coming up. 2 free throws in the double bonus. Cedric Russell. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio. The top scorer last season on Louisiana. And he comes in big in a huge breakout game. Finding himself tonight. He averaged 0.8 points per game coming in tonight. He's hit 3 3-point shots. He has a chance to put double figures on the board if he makes a free throw. Or he's already hit a free throw, so he's got 10 actually. He has a chance to put 12 on the board. Ohio State 2 free throws with Russell, which would basically seal it up. 2-possession game. Yes, it does. What a comeback. 70-66 with 3 seconds remaining. And they close it out on a 14-1 run. 12-0 run. In the course of a 3.5-minute span for the Buckeyes. Unreal. The Big Ten just keeps on owning the ACC. This game has gone final as the fans storm the court. Ohio State wins it in Columbus, 71-66. What a turn of events. Looking like 2019 all over again when number 1 goes down week after week after week. We got a new number 1 coming up next Monday. What a game. Almost lost against Akron in the season opener. They had lost against Xavier. They had lost against Florida. And here they are. Redemption. You need a big win. You got a big win. Unbelievable turn of outcomes. How the Buckeyes were able to go on a massive run. 14-1 run to close it out tonight as this whole crowd just storms the court. What a game. Thanks so much for the dono, Jason, my man. Really appreciate it, brother. You guys are legends tonight. I believe tomorrow night, I'm going to be back for Michigan State against Louisville at 7:15. And then North Carolina versus Michigan at 9:15. That's what I believe I have planned tomorrow night, unless something comes up for tomorrow. Before you sign off, hit that thumbs up, spike that like, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell as well. 2 really good streams tonight. This was awesome. Wow. Cannot believe this game just wraps up like this. Expect the unexpected for college basketball. 14-1 run by the Buckeyes to close it out in the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining in. This game has gone final. We're going to close out to the channel members before we wrap up. If anybody would be interested in becoming a channel member, that's as low as $1.99 per month to be a channel member. Gets you shout-outs at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. So we have Jason, Aaron, Man and Hate, Cindy, Rajip, Old Ed Deuce, Russell, D-Block, C-Dub2K, BP, Greg, James, Magic, Oreo Pudding, Reezer, Bino, Mark, Kelly, Mike, Rashad, John, Jessica Barco, Stephanie, Ahino Josa, LKN GFR90, Marish, Christian, Keith, Woody, Warren, Rodolfo, Kit Lorenz, Pamela, Oscar Isaiah, I Am Ghost, member from Taiwan, Don, Mr. Mundre, Alden, Abdurrahman, Patrick, and Juan Ishmael. Thanks so much for everybody joining in tonight. Wow. Upset City, Ohio State pulls off the victory, beating number 1 Duke 71-66, the final. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.